Hey guys, it's Mr. K again. Okay, so we are going to do the spread of Renaissance reading. When you do this, what's going to make things a lot easier for you, let's just get this out of here, is click this thing right here where it says download, because if you don't download it, some of the information, as you can see, even in this first slide, is going to be behind pictures and things. Okay, so you got to click download, show in folder, and then you can open it up that way. All right, so that's the first thing you should do in order to get um, enough room, basically. Okay, so if you double click that and open it, it should open. You shouldn't have any issues, hopefully. And let's load up here. Okay, so we're missing that one picture, but we can kind of go back and forth between the two if we need to. That is my cat in the background. If you can hear her, kind of just strolling around. Isn't she nice? All right, so I'm going to read through this. We'll go through together, okay? So we're going to read for the spread of the Renaissance, reason one. All right, so here's the map we're going to be looking at. Let's see if we blow this up this way. Maybe that'll help too, actually. Yeah, see, it still has the picture around it, but we can see the map a little bit, and we can see all the different areas. All right, these are different cities on the map. We have London, looks like here, Paris, Milan, Vienna, Florence, Genoa, Lisbon. Okay, and then down here the colors of the routes. Okay, so overland and river routes are the dots. The Venetian and Genesee routes are kind of the darker purple. The Genesee routes is red. The blue routes are the Venetian routes. And the black routes are the Hanseatic routes. Okay, so let's go and do the reading now. We're going to go back to this side. So it says the spread of wealth through trade routes, and major cities during the Renaissance. Trade routes that existed since the Roman Empire were infused by new wealth and products when trade between the Italian city-states and the Ottoman Empire increased. As a result, cities like Cologne, Bourges, Paris, London, and Lisbon became centers of trading and banking. Like in Italian cities, trade led to the establishment of a wealthy class of merchants and bankers who could afford to commission work from artists and help pay for new architecture. So there's reason one there. Okay. So on your questions, some of the questions are asking, what were some of the cities? What social classes grew as trade? Okay. So those are questions 1 and 2. All right. Reason 2, the invention of the printing press. So thankfully we have the picture on this one. Let's see if I can maybe blow this up a little. Yeah, look at that. All right. So this is a document here. It's a map. It shows the paper trail. So we look for where it started earliest. It's over here in central China, and it slowly makes its way going west towards Europe. All right. And then if I kind of like this here, eventually it gets to Pennsylvania in 1690. All right. Pennsylvania, the state right below us. But you can see, so it starts here and the years going, getting higher and higher, right? And so we're kind of like in between the 10s to 1500s or when they're in Europe, okay? So the invention of the printing press is reason number 2. By 1300, paper making and printing technology reached Europe from China and the Middle East. Paper making had contributed to the golden ages in China and the Middle East and to the preservation of Greek and Roman learning that had been lost in Europe, preserved by scholars in the Ottoman Empire. The earliest books were written on scrolls. From the 2nd century AD to the present time, however, most books have been produced and bound at one edge. During the Middle Ages, manuscript books were produced by monks who worked with pen and ink in a copying room known as a scriptorium. Even a small book could take months to complete, and a book the size of the Bible could take several years. So that's basically saying before the printing press, the big issue was that people actually had to handwrite these books over and over again, or they would have to print them with like single letters over and over again. And that took a really long time. And because of that, a lot of places didn't have access to books. Okay. Let's look at what this medieval scriptorium would look like back over on this slide or on these slides. Is it going to load for me? Let's see. Hopefully it does. And I don't know if it is. Oh, there we go. So that's what it would look like down there. So just kind of a guy writing on a script, okay? So now let's go to reason 3, all right? Let's go back over here. All right, so reason 3, read the text and imagine an image, examine the images below and watch this video on the invention of the printing press. It's about 2 minutes long. After you've watched the video, answer the accompanying questions, okay? So here's some images here. Right here, it's a woodcut from 1568 showing printers using an early printer press, okay? That's kind of what it would look like. So let's go ahead and click the link here. See where that takes us. Going to go to YouTube. And so if you click that link, you'll be able to see it. So I'll let you do that, and then you can answer the questions.